A chorja is more an honor go mé a bheith líb an seo inniu ag uig Wolfe Tone agus muid Gina cumra an bhar é hain agus réimhlóidí ile seachteg níocha hocht ach ar nuí tuid ballíthe le chéile an seo inniu ní hamháin gon éirí amach sin ach an cuimhnú ar siúd ar fad a tháinig rún I ngach glúin gin phoblach tánachas. It is an incredible honor for me to be here with you as we gather at this sacred spot for Irish Republicans, the gravesite of Theobald Wolfe Tone. And before I begin, I want to thank Patricia Ryan, Mairéad Cronin and all in Kildare Sinn Féin, because I think we can all say that they have done a fantastic job in bringing this here together today. And I also want to thank the Roddy McCorley Society and the O'Neill and Alsop Band for leading us and for participating in today's proceedings. But today we assemble to remember Tone, to remember the men and women of 1798 and each subsequent generation of Irish Republicans who have struggled in the cause of Irish freedom and Irish unity. We also, of course, remember those comrades who we've lost over the past year, and on behalf of Sinn Féin, I wish to extend our sympathy and our condolences to all their friends and their families. Wolfe Tone is a person who, more than any other, was responsible for establishing republicanism in Ireland. And in this, the 260th year of his birth, we rededicate ourselves to the teaching of Tone. Now, one of Tone's greatest contributions was to define the Irish nation in terms of all its people, regardless of their religious affiliation. And in 18th century Ireland, enlightened Ulster Presbyterians and others recognised that their future lay in equality with their Catholic neighbours in an independent Ireland. The United Irishmen forged links with the leadership of the French Revolution, and they launched a rebellion against British rule, seeking to replace the divisions of Protestant, Catholic and dissenter with one common Irish citizenship. Now, the legacy of the United Irish Rebellion is the legacy of the Irish people, whatever their background. And Tone's objective of a cordial union between different traditions in Ireland and the construction of a united, independent Ireland is what remains as our objective today. And that is what Sinn Féin strives for each and every day across Ireland. Is le muintir na haireann ar fad, beag bean ar gúra an éireachta tá fáca ina dhia ag éirí amach na haireannach aontaithe. Seasan muid go fóil le mhór cosper Tone, aontas críoil idir tradiisiún éagsúla na haireann a chur bun agus ar an neamhsplách aontaithe a thógáil. Is chuig an gceann scríbe sin a tá muide is Sinn Féin ag obair gach ile lá fud fad na haireann. Now, as Chris McManus has mentioned, historic political change is now happening across Ireland, and we in Sinn Féin are leading that change. We saw it last month in the local elections, where we saw that Sinn Féin became the biggest party in local government in the north. And I want to congratulate every single one of you who went out, knocked doors, hung up posters and put yourself forward in those elections. And those elections came just 1 year after our success in the Assembly elections, when we became the largest party in that Assembly. We made historic breakthroughs this year with councillors elected for the very first time in the likes of Coleraine and in parts of Lisburn. But the major issue at the doors, as every single one of you who went out and canvassed will know, was the need for a return of the executive, the need to actually make politics work for the people, and for Michelle O'Neill to come into her post as a First Minister for all. It was a vote for progress, a vote for change, a vote for positivity, and above all else, for all sections of our community to work together. Voters endorsed Sinn Féin's message that the blocking of a new assembly by one party has to end, and that the onus is now on the British and Irish governments to focus all their efforts on the immediate restoration of the executive and the assembly. And as Sinn Féin seeks to deliver power sharing in the north, which can deliver for everyone, we also make the case to continue preparing for constitutional change on this island. Political, social and economic developments are leading inexorably to a referendum on the reunification of Ireland. And in the true spirit of Tone, Sinn Féin seeks a united Ireland that is inclusive of everyone, for all the people, whatever their background, their traditions, creed, colour, ethnicity, sexual orientation, disability or political affiliation. Agus is léir gur dro referin aontu na hÉireann atá na ferbirtí politiúla sóisialta agus eacnamaíochta fad ag tríal. De réir fear spirit Tone, alien Sinn Féin éire aontaithe atá osclaí go chulaganna. Beg bean gura tradiisiún, creidimh da ethnocht, clína gnéis, mí commas nó creidimh folitiúil. And it's not merely demographics or electoral and political change which is increasingly pointing to the prospect of Irish unity in the time ahead. Social and economic developments too are determining the future direction of political change. With post-Brexit Britain, it is now even more obvious that it is in democratic and economic decline, and it's becoming ever more obvious to the people across the north that Irish unity within the European Union offers a better, fairer and more prosperous future. And any examination of economic performance in the north since partition demonstrates that the Union has been an economic disaster for the people of all communities. And meanwhile, despite the challenges of partition and successive Conservative administrations, we have now in this state a strong modern economy, the benefits of which must start to be shared widely among all the citizens who can enjoy the fruits of those successes. The glaring fact now is that the union with Britain impoverishes the people in the north, regardless of what community they come from. Brexit Britain is becoming increasingly insular, with an elitist political leadership looking to return to a mythical past, which is not going to happen. Meanwhile, significant social developments in recent decades means that a united Ireland offers a more modernised, liberalised, tolerant and inclusive society than a continuation of the Union. And the choice is clear and the trajectory is inescapable. The very real prospect of a referendum on Irish unity in the next few years means that it is imperative that the Irish government engages seriously with preparations. Leo Varadkar and Micheál Martin seem to be ducking and diving on what is the biggest issue facing Ireland in the last 100 years. Political leaders in this state can no longer stick their heads in the sand. It is beyond time now that the Irish government prepared a realistic plan for reunification. Respecting political sensitivities must never prejudice serious, practical and responsible planning for democratic developments. It is the job of the Irish government to lay the groundwork for a unity referendum, to ensure that it does everything possible to bring people together to plan for the future while having respect for those who disagree with that change. The government must, as a matter of urgency, convene a citizens' assembly to create a democratic foundation to prepare for a unity referendum. And in government, Sinn Féin will do this without delay. The future of a new united Ireland belongs to all the people of Ireland in all their diversity. Tá sé de dúgus rialtas na hÉireann an réamhobair a dhéanamh maidir le referan aontacht agus gach ní féidir ó dhéanamh chun daoine tharraingt le chéile chun an phléis sin a hosnú. Ní mór gon rialtas bhain práineach Chinol Siránach a chur le chéile chun an Bodenstown a chrothú mar óbhacháin go réifriúin aontacht. Déanach muide is sin féin sin ganmhail agus muide rialtas. 21st century Ireland is growing in self-confidence, and we can see it. We can see it around us here today, and we can see it in a new generation that is casting off the shackles of a past in which it lived in the shadow of an oppressive neighbour. This is a generation that is confident and proud of their nationality and Ireland's place in the world. Societal change is changing our politics too. And increasingly, our people want to see the benefits of Irish economic success and increased budget surpluses. They want to see that tackle the housing emergency, invested in our crumbling health service, and actually used to improve the lives of all our citizens. Economic success is only meaningful if it is used to tackle the deep and social and economic divisions which now challenge the cohesion of Irish society. Far too many young people are locked out of home ownership and forced to emigrate to Australia, Canada and beyond. This generation deserves and expects equality of opportunity. Inequalities in employment conditions, in income and within our health, housing and education services are a direct result because of the policies pursued by Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, generation after generation. And Sinn Féin has an alternative political division, and it is that of a successful, high-income republic with world-class public service provision and security for all its citizens. Because the people of Ireland understand that a successful economy is only of value when it is at the service of our people and not the other way around. And I hope that Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael listen to that message loud and clear. Tá fís eile folitiúil ag Sinn Féin, fís de phoblacht rathúil ina mian incomord le fáil chomad le service feibli agus cosint sin chéad sco ag gach ila Siránach. Taken muintir na hair and not few, ach námíocht be, nach mona bhainmín se gur forward na nina. Taken Sinn Féin a méid sin freshener nui, agus is é sin an fá go méidú fionnar takeíocht ó chean na hairin. It's because we understand that. It's because that we understand that people expect equality, that they expect a good standard of living. And that is why our support continues to grow across Ireland. A Sinn Féin-led government will ensure stronger, more prosperous and fairer Ireland in which all citizens benefit from economic progress. I believe that Ireland has entered a defining period of its history. Our best days lie ahead, and that future becomes clearer by the day. It is the vision of Tone, that unity and independence of our country, national reconciliation, harmony between Catholic, Protestant and dissenter. These were the aims of Wolfe Tone, and they are our aims. We continue to take our inspiration from Tone, and we will continue on Tone's path to unity and freedom. Ar Ailín chun na Poblachta.